Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bela Amanati and my ID card is 30220023 and my material is about types of validity in language assessment. So this is about table of content before I will discuss. There's about definition of validity and second types of validity in language assessment, which is about content related validity, second criterion relative validity, third concept construct relative validity, consequential validity, and last phase validity. So, what is validity? Validity is a level to which the tools results are reliable and accurate in meeting the testing goals. Validity is important because it makes sure that the data or information collected is accurate and true to the variable or idea being studied. This is about content-related validity. First, in terms of how well the test fits its goal and its content validity, and second, the degree to which a language test cover all the important parts of the material is meant to be. And last is about example. And the wishes example in this material is about Hayton 1988 book and book on language assessment is used in the teaching learning process to teach language assessment. However, if we use O'Malley and Price 1996 test materials for summative exam which focus on authentic assessment, then our test is not valid. In the slide is about criterion relative validity. The first, questioning whether a test meets certain requirements. Validity in terms of standards, there are two kinds. About validity that is present and validity that is future. Discussion is about what is validity that is present. It refers to how true and correct an idea, measurement, or process is. However, the varies on the application. And second, what is validity that is future? This is word usually means how important, accurate, or useful an idea, measurement, or result will stay over time or in new situation. And this is about example of criterion relative validity. The TOEFL test is a true proficiency test as far as we know. Last, language test scores predict success in academic programs conducted in that language. Construct relative validity in the first, about based on their construct as well as the test being correct. Second, the degree to which a test truly measures that theoretical constructs is claimed to assess. And last is about a speaking assessment designed to measure fluency, concern, and pronunciation. Conceptual validity. Conceptual validity definition referring to the impact of the test on the test takers when we establish that the final exam, for example, must be conducted online, then the sequence is that the test takers must be prepared to use the internet-based test. Considers the social and educational impacts of using a test, including consequence for test takers and educational systems. Example of constitutional validity. In the case, this test has validity issues, for example, because it's not fair to all test participants. High stakes language test impacting university admission or job placement. It's about our discussion is about face validity, which concern test performed, the degree to which a test appears effective and relevant at face value. Besides that, face validity work evaluating how relevant and usable the test seem to the people who are taking it. Doesn't always mean that the test is technically true, but it does affect how motivated and knowledgeable the people who are taking the test are. Example. In test two example. In this two example, namely the writing test for speaking and the grammar test for writing, the test like face validity, the shortcoming of this test lie in the incomplete conception of speaking and writing. The correct face validity is when speaking is test through speaking and writing is test through writing. A language test that includes relevant related text, such as essay writing or conversation prompts. Conclusion. Validity in language assessment is a key concept that ensures that the measurement tools used truly measure what they are intended to measure. There are several types of validity that we can understand in the context of assessment. From the five types of validation that we can apply in the field of education, it makes easier for us to assess whether the student understand or not. Thank you. So guys, after discussing the validity materials, it's time for me to give you an assessment that you need to complete. So this is about contents. I will give you in question one, question two, answer two, and scoring. And after that, it's about justification, about ration, relevant advantage, comparison of advantage between t-test, closed test, and multiple choice. Here is an example of the assessment, and you must fulfill the missing part correctly. Looks. The railroad was not the first institution to impose regularly on the blah blah blah. Drought intention to importance of prices blah blah blah. And this is about answer K. Answer K. In the question number one is about society. Then we move on the second assessment, which is the same as the first question, where you have to fill in the missing part. And this is about the question. In order to get something, one must first give something. This saying is applicable in our daily life as well. When we want to get something, we have to work for it. This is the missing word. You must fill the missing parts. In order, blah blah blah, get something. So, answer number one is about in order. This is fill part missing is 2. And for scoring good, I use exact word methods, which is complete the deleted word, give 1 point for a scored answer, and out of answer, contents, no point for word answer, has a similar level of words, still do not get points. This is total point 53 3 point to text 1 and 40 point to text 2. Grading. This grading for our question. Justification. Reason for choosing the text. The select the offers a thematic narrative on human evolution and social development, which is universally relatable and informative. The text includes a range of vocabulary and structure, nouns, verb, and adjective, suitable for assessing both a vocabulary and grammar skill. Relevance of text. The text level is suitable for intermediate to advanced learnings, includes vocabulary and concepts that require certain level of linguistic and contextual knowledge. Advance of the t-test. The SELA test offer a thematic narrative on human evolution and social development, which is universally reliable and informative. The text includes a range of vocabulary and structure, nouns, verb, and adjective suitable for assessing both vocabulary and grammar skill. Assessment. The tests are short and cover a lot of areas like vocabulary, spelling, and understanding. Encourage active learning. Focus on language pattern and sentence structure in a way that mimics real language or use rather than relying on purely memorized grammar rules, taking and processing by only showing part of a word. Comparison of advance between C-test, closed test, and multi-choice. C-test versus closed test. The C-test offer a more controlled challenge by targeting specific parts of word rather than entire blanks. As in the closed test, however, closed tests allow for more general interpretation, which can help with creative thought, but is less reliable for checking specific vocabulary and grammar. C-test with multiple choice makes C-test better suited for assessing projective language skill. Multi-choice tests, while useful for conversation and recognition, can sometimes favor memorization or test taking strategies over actual language ability. Thank you and have a nice day.